Hello, grade 9 students. Today we are going to start a new lesson, that is Unit 1 Algebra 1. If you have watched all my previous videos, you know we have completed Unit 1, number 1. Today we are going to start Unit 1 Algebra 1. So actually in this lesson that we are recapping, we are revising everything which you have learned in the previous grades, right? And we'll see that how it works, right? So the first subtopic that you can take your theory books, you can start from a new page, right? So this is Unit 1, Algebra 1, okay? You write them in pink color, right? And then you can write down the subtopic, simplifying algebraic expressions. Simplifying algebraic expressions, right? Before that, I will move to the whiteboard and show you something. Now, if you have the algebraic expression or algebraic term, right? So we have two types, right? Algebraic terms we have that here that they have explained the algebraic expressions now. So then I'm going to show you algebraic terms. And we do have two types, that the like terms and unlike terms. I will explain you a very popular example I'm taking to explain this unlike terms. You just imagine you have two boys in your class, right? And they are Saman Silva and Nimal Silva. When you hear those two names, what comes to your mind? Saman Silva, Nimal Silva. So it comes to our mind that both of them should be siblings or cousins, or else they are from the same family, right? Saman Silva, Nimal Silva. Looking at what we decided like that, looking at their surname. And let's say we do have another two boys, Saman Silva, Saman Pereira, right? Do we feel that both are siblings or cousins or from the same family now? No, right? Even though both of them are Saman, one is Saman Silva, the other one is Saman Pereira. We don't feel that they are from the same family. Okay? So now you can have an idea that here the algebraic terms I'm talking about, the like terms and unlike terms. To be a like terms, so then if I give you the example, 2x and 3x. Now you can see, even though the number is different, both of them are the x terms, therefore they are like terms, like Saman Silva, Niman Silva. Silva, Silva same, x, x same, Saman and Nimal different. But let's say you have 2x and 2y. This is like Saman Silva, Saman Pereira. Both of them are Saman, but the surname is different, Silva and Pereira. Here, they are not like, they are unlike, because the algebraic variable here we have x and y, right? Let's say you have negative 3x and you have 0.5x. Still, they are like terms. Why? XX. Maybe a negative number and a decimal, maybe a positive number, a negative number. It doesn't matter. We just look at the letter and decide whether it is a like term or not. Let's say you have negative 3x and negative 3y. They are not like, right? Let's say you have 2ab and 5ba. Are they same? Yes. Why? Because this is A times B and this is B times A. Either you have A times B or B times A, the same thing. They have just changed the order, right? Therefore, 2AB and 5AB both are like terms. If need, you can modify this and you can write 2AB, 5AB. You can rewrite this and have a better idea that, and you can show it clearly. So both of them are like terms, 2AB, 5AB. Let's say you have something like this, 2AB and let's say 2AC right? 2AC. They are not like. Why? 2 is same, A is same, but B and C different, right? Hope you have a clear idea now that how to identify a like term and an unlike term, right? Why I explain these things that much? Because when you are simplifying the algebraic expression, if you come across with something like this, let's say that the first example, the 2x plus 3x, we know the answer is 5x. We can just add the like terms, right? We can just add these terms because they are like. Let's say you have something like this, 8y minus 3y. You can just get the answer 5y. Let's say you have another example, 2x plus 4y plus 4x. So what are you going to do here? That you just take 2x and 4x closer because they are from the same family. They prefer to stay together. So then my answer is 6x plus 4y. I can't add them together because x and y are not like terms. So then I have to conclude my answer like this, 6x plus 4y. I will take another example. Let's say you have 4x minus 3y plus x minus 2x. Now what happened? I rewrite everything 4x plus x minus 2x minus 3y. Then 4x plus x 5x, 5x minus 2x 3x and minus 3y. If it is plus 3 and minus 3, definitely it will be 0, children. But here it is not just plus 3 and minus 3. No. Here we have plus 3x minus 3y. Can we do anything? No, we can't do anything. We just keep the final answer as it is. Hope it is clear for all of you. You can copy down these 4 examples. Now we'll see what you have. They have given that here we had 4 examples. Now I'm going to write the 5th example here, right? You have A plus 3ab minus 4ba. I told you when you have something like this, a plus 3ab minus 4ab, right? So a you have to write as it is, plus 3 minus 4, the answer will be minus 1ab. Normally we don't write that the 1, a minus ab. You can write the answer like this. So do you subtract a and a? No, you can't. So they are not like. The a is a single variable and ab is something else, a times b, that you can't subtract them, right? You can keep the answer like this, right? So here that you want to understand, ab and ba both are like terms even though the order is different. So then we will move to the next example. The example 6, you just see, you have 3p to the power 3, then you have 2p to the power 2 minus 2p to the power 3 plus 5p to the power 2, right? So then I rewrite this 3p to the power 3 minus 2p to the power 3 closer. Why? Both of them have the same power, p to the power 3, p to the power 3. Then I write 2p to the power 2 and 5p to the power 2. So then 3p to the power 3 and 2p to the power 3, when you subtract 1p to the power 3. 2p squared plus 5p squared, it gives me 7p squared. So then you want to conclude the answer, we write p cube and 7p squared. So then can we add these? No. P to the power 3 is something else and p to the power 2 is something else. So you can't add them together. You just keep the answer like this. Okay. So now you have 6 examples under these like terms and unlike terms and the subtopic simplifying algebraic expression. I told you, write down the subtopic algebraic expression. So then first you copy down the 4 examples here. No, before that, we want to write down the difference between the like terms and the unlike terms under the topic simplifying algebraic expressions. After copying down this diagram, that you can copy down these 4 examples. So then the example 5 here and example 6 here. After that, you want to copy down these key points in black color. You take the black color and write down these key points. So this is very important, so that this is some kind of the summary, what we learned so far, right? So then you can only add and subtract like terms. 3ab and 2ab you can add, but 3ab and b you can't add. 3a squared and 2a squared you can add, but 3a squared and 2a you can't add, right? You can check your simplification by substituting numbers. That after substituting that, you can just see that whether you have simplified it correctly or not. Because when you substitute the numbers, so then if the p is 1, right? For an example, we'll take something like this, a minus ab. So let's say a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 2. Here it is 1 and here it is 1 times 2. So then the 1 minus 2. So then we can't, if we have the numbers, you can simplify and get the answer. But here that when you have a, b, you can't get anything, right? So that is all about the simplifying algebraic expressions, right? So then we will move to the next theory part, simplifying algebraic expression with brackets, right? So the next theory part, simplifying algebraic expressions with brackets. Now you just see that the next subtopic, write down in black color, simplifying algebraic expressions with bracket. Under that, we will copy down the first example. Let's say you have 4r times 5t. First, what I do, children, I expand everything like this. This is easier for me. Then I take the numbers 4 times 5 and r times t, 4 times 5, 20, r times t, rt. So then my answer will be 20 rt. Okay, this is the first example, right? 4 times 5, 20, r times t, rt, 20 times rt, 20 rt, right? Then I'm going to explain you the next example under this topic, the simplifying algebraic expression with brackets. Second example you have, let's say you have 3b, the whole thing to the power 2 times 3b. What does this mean, children? 3b squared. You want to write 3b bracket 2 times. That's the meaning of that index. And then you write this 3b, and here you have 3 times, 3 times, 3 times, b times, b times b. That here the answer is 27, b 27 times b cube. And your final answer, 27 b cube. Okay, so that if you have the bracket and the index, that shows you something, that index always tells us how many times you want to multiply the base value. So then here the base is 3b. The whole thing will be the base. So then 3b, I wrote 2 times, and then the remaining 3b separately. So then I can multiply all 3 together. 3 times 3, 9. 9 times 3, 27. And b, when you multiply 3 times, it becomes b to the power 3. 27 b to the power 3. Okay. So after copying down these 2 examples under this subtopic, simplifying algebraic expressions with brackets, you can write down the key points here. You can write down the key points here. Okay. Then we are moving to expanding brackets. I'm just doing everything quickly, children, because these things you have done in grade 6, 7, 8. This is kind of a recapping, that revising what you have learned. So no the complex theories in this unit. That is why I'm just moving. Now you might think that where are the sums? Don't we have the homework? Wait, I'll explain you what you want to do at the end of this video. First, you want to revise everything. No? Right. So then the third subtopic here we have expanding brackets. The third subtopic here we have expanding bracket. Under that third subtopic expanding bracket, now I'm going to show you few sums to understand. Now let's say you have something like this. What does this mean, children? That this means 3 multiplied by x plus 4. Then 3 you should multiply by x. It gives me the answer 3x. And 3 you multiply by 4 here, it gives me the answer 12. So this is how you want to do. But children, keep this in your mind. When you're writing the answers in the exam, you don't show that you don't expand the brackets like this, and you don't show the arrows, and you don't do something like this. Instead, what you do, that if you have something like this, 3x minus 4, you want to do this mind. How? 3 times x, 3x. 3 times negative 4, negative 12. Right? Then the third example, let's say you have negative 3 here and x plus 4. Now what happened? Negative 3 times x, negative 3x. Negative 3 times 4, negative 12. Right? So then let's say you have negative 3, x minus 4. So then the negative 3 times x, negative 3x, negative 3 times negative 4, positive. Hope it is clear, right? So you want to pay your attention that when you have the negative signs, that I'm just explaining back that 3 times x, 3x, 3 times 4, 12. 3 times x, 3x, 3 times negative 4, negative 12. Negative 3 times x, negative 3x, negative 3 times 4, negative 12. Negative 3 times x, negative 3x, negative 3 times negative 4, positive 12. You know that when you multiply negative and negative, the answer will be positive. Now I'm going to show you something. Let's say you have something like this. That here you have something like this, and you want to solve this bracket. How we are going to solve this bracket? All the 4 examples here we discussed that in front of the bracket we had a number. Maybe a positive number, maybe a negative number. We had a number. But here we just have the negative sign. What does that mean, children? When you come across this kind of thing, you want to rewrite this. It is negative 1, x plus 3. Right? If it is just the negative sign, that means negative 1. Right? Negative 1 times x, negative 1x, and negative 1 times 3, negative 3. If need, that you can just write negative x, negative 3, like this. Okay? Normally we don't write negative 1x. So then you can just, it is not the last step, it is not compulsory, children. You can just keep it as negative 1x minus 3. But here that I have shown the negative x, negative 3. The same way, let's say that you don't have that, just something like this. Right? That this is not the full question. This is part of the question, right? When we are doing the sums, you will realize that this is not the original question. I have taken the part of the question. If you come across with the section like this, that the part of the question, you want to somehow solve the bracket to move forward. No? So what does this mean? So this means a negative positive 1 x plus 3. So then you get the answer positive 1x and positive 3, but we don't show it like this. You can just write x plus 3, right? So that is how you solve the bracket or expand the bracket, right? So that is how we expand the bracket, because here we know, so here you can see that I have shown that here in between the number and the bracket, we have something called the hidden multiplication, and then I have expanded and I have shown you the hidden multiplication like this. So then you want to multiply like this, 1 by 1, you want to multiply. Again, I'm telling, in the exam, you are not expanding or showing the arrows like this. You do everything in mind, right? Okay. After that, after copying down all these 6 examples, you can copy down this key points, this one, this part, right? It explains the same thing, but you can write it in black color as the summary. Okay. So then after discussing all these things, what will be your homework? Your homework will be exercise 1 star, exercise 2 star, and 3 star. Okay. You want to do all the sums in exercise 1 star, 2 star, and 3 star. So then the next day, we will discuss all these 3 exercises. Okay, children, we'll meet again next day. So go through the video well and have a clear note. This is your second chapter, that unit 1, algebra 1, but this is the second lesson we are having in this Edexcel curriculum journey. So then have a clear note, write everything that as I explain you, and move to the exercise book and do exercise 1 star, 2 star, and 3 star. Okay, children, we'll meet again next day. Till then, stay safe. Bye.